When they go low, we go high, a motto that defined a movement. On July 25th, 2016, Michelle Obama delivered a speech that electrified the nation. Join us for Rise Above, Michelle Obama's When They Go Low, We Go High speech, a journey of hope, resilience, and leadership. Let's set the stage. It's July 25th, 2016, and the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia is buzzing with energy on the opening night of the Democratic National Convention. The 2016 presidential race is in full swing, a heated contest between Hillary Clinton, the Democratic nominee, and Donald Trump, the Republican candidate. Tensions are high. Trump's campaign has been marked by divisive rhetoric, personal attacks, and controversy, while Clinton faces challenges uniting a party still reeling from a contentious primary with Bernie Sanders. Into this charged atmosphere steps Michelle Obama, the First Lady of the United States, to deliver a keynote address. At 52, Michelle is a beloved figure, known for her grace, intelligence, and advocacy for children, education, and healthy living. Tonight, she's here to rally the party, endorse Clinton, and share a vision for America's future. Michelle begins with a heartfelt thank you, her voice warm and steady. She reflects on the past 8 years, a journey that started when she spoke at the 2008 DNC to support her husband, Barack Obama, then a presidential candidate. She recalls telling the crowd about Barack's character, his decency, and his grace, qualities she says America has seen every day during his presidency. She paints a vivid picture of their family life, focusing on their daughters, Malia and Sasha, who were just 7 and 10 when they moved into the White House. She describes a poignant moment from their first day at their new school in Washington, D.C., watching her girls climb into black SUVs with Secret Service agents, their little faces pressed against the windows. She admits her fear in that moment, wondering what this new life would mean for them, how it would shape who they become. Michelle's voice grows emotional as she shares the challenges of raising her daughters in the spotlight. She talks about guiding Malia and Sasha through a world where their father's citizenship and faith were questioned, where hateful language from public figures became all too common. She explains how she and Barack worked to instill values of kindness and integrity, teaching their girls to rise above negativity. And then comes the line that would define the speech, a mantra for the ages. She tells them that when someone is cruel or acts like a bully, you don't stoop to their level. Instead, their motto is, when they go low, we go high. The crowd erupts, waving purple signs with Michelle's name, their cheers echoing through the arena. It's a subtle but powerful jab at Trump's campaign tactics, though she never mentions him by name. Michelle shifts focus to the stakes of the 2016 election, framing it as a choice about the future of America's children. She argues that this election isn't just about Democrats versus Republicans. It's about who will shape the next generation. She shares stories of kids across the country, like those who take the long way to school to avoid gangs, or whose parents don't speak English but dream of a better life. She recalls a little black boy who once looked at Barack with hope, asking if his hair was like the president's, a moment that underscores the power of representation. She says that in November, voters will decide who children look to as a role model for the next 4 or 8 years, a responsibility she believes only one candidate can handle: Hillary Clinton. Michelle makes a passionate case for Clinton, praising her lifelong devotion to children. She highlights Clinton's work as a young lawyer advocating for kids with disabilities, her fight for children's health care as First Lady, and her push for quality child care in the Senate. Michelle admires Clinton's resilience, noting that despite decades of criticism about her appearance, her voice, even her laugh, Clinton never buckled under pressure. She describes Clinton as steady, measured, and proven, someone with the strength to persevere and the wisdom to lead. Michelle's endorsement is personal. She wants a leader worthy of her daughter's promise, someone guided by love, hope, and big dreams for all children. The crowd roars in approval, their applause a testament to Michelle's influence. Now, let's pause and ask ourselves, what kind of leader do you want for the next generation? Michelle framed the 2016 election as a choice about role models, about who will shape our children's values. In 2025, as we face new challenges, political division, social unrest, and global crises, this question remains just as urgent. Are we choosing leaders who lift us up, who inspire us to go high? Or are we settling for those who drag us down with fear and division? Michelle's words challenge us to think deeply about the future we want to create, not just for ourselves, but for those who come after us. Michelle's speech isn't just about politics, it's about history. She delivers one of the most iconic lines of the night, reflecting on her own journey as the first Black First Lady. She says she wakes up every morning in a house built by slaves, watching her daughters, two beautiful, intelligent Black young women, play on a White House lawn. Her voice swells with pride as she notes that because of Hillary Clinton, her daughters, and all children can take for granted that a woman can be president. It's a powerful nod to progress, a reminder of the struggles of those who came before, those who endured bondage, segregation, and discrimination, so that future generations could thrive. The crowd is moved to tears, some openly weeping, as Michelle connects the past to the present. Michelle closes with a call to action, urging Democrats to channel the energy of 2008 and 2012, when Barack won two historic elections. She warns against complacency, saying they can't sit back and hope for the best. They must work tirelessly to elect Clinton. She calls on the crowd to knock on doors, get out the vote, and pour their passion into making history again. Her final words are a blessing and a rallying cry, thanking the audience and invoking God's grace. The arena explodes in a standing ovation, with Bill Clinton in the audience mouthing "wow," visibly moved. Barack tweets later that night, calling it an incredible speech by an incredible woman, a sentiment echoed by millions. Michelle Obama's 2016 DNC speech was a defining moment. It drew widespread praise. The Washington Post called it emotional. The Guardian said it brought delegates to tears, and the Los Angeles Times hailed it as a perfectly pitched endorsement of Clinton and a slap at Trump. The phrase, "when they go low, we go high," became a cultural touchstone, quoted in speeches, written on protest signs, and even referenced by Clinton in debates. But the election didn't go as hoped. Trump won in November 2016, a bitter disappointment for Michelle and the Democrats. Yet her words endured, inspiring movements for civility and resilience. Michelle revisited the phrase in later years, clarifying that going high doesn't mean ignoring cruelty. It means fighting harder for justice while staying true to your values. In 2025, Michelle's "when they go low, we go high" message feels more relevant than ever. We live in a deeply divided world, with challenges like economic inequality, political polarization, and global conflicts. Michelle's speech reminds us that leadership isn't about sinking to the lowest level. It's about rising above, leading with integrity, and inspiring the best in others. Her journey as First Lady, from the South Side of Chicago to the White House, shows what's possible when we hold fast to hope and decency. The 2016 election may have been a setback, but her words continue to guide us, a beacon for how to navigate adversity with grace and purpose. Michelle Obama's 2016 DNC speech is a timeless call to rise above, to lead with integrity, and to shape a better future for our children. In 2025, let's honor her legacy by going high in our own lives, facing challenges with courage and kindness. So, how will you rise above? Hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs hope, and subscribe for more stories of resilience, leadership, and inspiration. Until next time, let's go high together.